Hey, welcome to Geeky Faucets. I'm Amy Dale.
And I'm Christine Lucas-Savage.
And this is episode 57. And today we want to tell you all about our latest adventures. We went to Galaxy Fest and Animeland Wasabi. And so we just wanted to do a little recap about those two. So if you're considering them next year, you can have an idea of what to expect.
Yeah, we just posted a video. It was kind of like an overview of things we saw at Animeland. There's no talking and it's just music and stuff like that. So if you're curious, you're like, what the heck does this even look like? Because we had no idea what an anime convention looked like. So I'm like, this might be helpful for somebody who, you know, wants to go but has no idea and is a little like, oh, this is a bit sketchy. I don't know what to do. So check that out because it's pretty good. It's not very long, so it's like a minute and a half.
Yeah, and you know, Galaxy Fest we went to last year, so we kind of had an idea of what to expect. And that was super fun. We really enjoyed that a lot. It's local. It's more local for us because it's in Colorado Springs. And it's just a small convention, but it's really fun.
Mm-hmm. And we had a table this time also. Mm-hmm. So that made it really, really cool to be able to talk to different people that we wouldn't have been able to talk to because they were coming up to us instead of us going up to them and saying, hey, how are you? You know, whatever. Not that that's a bad thing, but...
We gave away a lot of COG stickers. And we went in the gaming room and explored a bit, which was really fun. Mm-hmm. And we saw that we are not qualified to play some of those games.
Not like video games, but like tabletop gaming.
Tabletop.
Although we met this one man, Matt. Mm-hmm. His name was Matt, and he taught us to play the Red Dragon Inn.
Yes, that was
and it was really fun. I was a psychotic rabbit. It was kind of awesome.
Yeah, when her mood got bad, it like was bad for everybody. So
everybody had to walk on eggshells around me. So no, but it was really cool though because really you know I've always wanted to play games like that, but I always feel too stupid to do it.
Yeah.
But this one was like a good, you know, segue into like playing games because it wasn't like overly sci-fi weird
and super complicated. I mean? Like okay, well this trumps this and this and this and yeah. So it was good. It was good. He came to our table and played that with us, and then we met a lot of really cool vendors. There's a lot of great cosplayers there, especially for being such a small little convention. It was like...
My favorite of all was, I posted a picture, a Vine video of it, but it was, there's some guy, a guy, had a remote control canine. And he was actually a guy on Ghost Hunters. I can't remember his name. I looked him up, and what doesn't matter. But he had like on a TARDIS hockey jersey and was like coming around with canine. And that was my favorite.
And there was a guy with a Dalek.
Mm-hmm. Which was really cool.
Remote control. He was leading it around.
And he would talk. He could make it say something in like a Dalek voice, which was
I said, Luke, I am your father, in a Dalek voice, which was really funny.
Yeah,
and then cool. There was TARDIS there.
TARDIS
Chewbacca
family.
was there.
There's a family of TARDI.
Oh yeah, there was a TARDIS family in cosplay. They were all dressed as TARDIS.
There are multiple TARDISes, or is it TARDI?
TARDI.
Or TARDISes.
TARDISes. I think, surely it's TARDI.
It has to be.
But there's never a scenario where there's multiple TARDISes.
Unless it's a TARDIS family.
You let us know. What do you think? TARDI or TARDISes? Okay, so that was Galaxy Fest in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm. We have more videos and interviews and stuff like that.
There's a lot of clubs too. Like if you're interested in joining any kind of like Star Trek, Stargate, Ghostbusters, any sort of club like that.
Star Wars, the 501st League.
There were a couple Umbrella Corps guys there. Not the whole group, but there were a couple there. So that was pretty great. And then we went to Animeland Wasabi, which I think we expected to be very similar to Denver Comic Con, to Galaxy Fest.
In a lot of ways it was. I mean, they have like the vendors, they have the cosplayers, but the feel...
Same setup.
But the feel is very, very
totally different.
For one, I don't really watch anime, nor do I care to, but I didn't really know who any of the characters were. Occasionally there was, you know, I think Loki, we met Loki. She was at the same Animeland. She was dressed up like that on Saturday, I think, but... so there's just very few that I recognized.
And there was Dr. Warble and Penny were there. So there were some outside the anime genre or whatever that were dressed in costume, but most of it was anime. Thankfully, I had watched several anime, like
and they were the popular ones.
Yeah,
too,
the popular one
so that worked out really well.
That I watch right now, that I just finished season 1 of, is Attack on Titan, which I actually really liked. It's super violent, so it's not for kids, but it's really, really good, and it's not like the typical anime.
Boobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Just say it as it is.
Which is cleavage is another character in the show. So I don't really get into that very much because I just am like,
cleavage is another character. Sorry, that took me a few minutes for that to set in.
Well, it is. It's
it's true. It's like,
on.
hello.
I'm like, her boobs entered the room like 5 minutes before she did. So. Okay, so anyway, enough of that. But the costumes, what I want to say about this is that it's a much younger crowd. Mm-hmm. If you're our age, I'm not going to strongly recommend it for you. Because I think it's mainly tweens and teens, sort of.
It's an excuse to go dress up, I think, and to do that. Yeah.
I love teenagers. Nothing wrong with them. They're great. I'm just saying, like, when you're older, you feel like really older when you're...
I felt like we were,
I was like
a decade least older
like
than
I snuck
the rest
in
of those
somehow
guys.
and got past the guards. Like, oh, they, like, didn't catch me. Like, you're too old.
2 decades older.
I know.
God.
I know. Old! You're so old. Anyway, so it kind of makes you feel a little bit old to be there if you're not in the right age group. But, that aside, we went to the cosplay contest.
And that's what I want to talk about is the cosplays. Okay, some of these people...
My word.
This is one of the reasons I love going to cons is to see the creativity that comes out of people in fandoms. Like, my favorite, by far, cosplayer was... I actually interviewed him. I called him the Cardboard Samurai. Like, he basically, literally, like, went in his garage. He had a ton of cardboard, and he cut it up, and then put it together with shoelaces. He didn't paint it. He didn't do anything to it, and he just put it on, and dude looked amazing.
Yeah, he did.
And it was cool because he didn't spend any money. Like, it was stuff laying around the house, and it was kind of a cool, encouraging thing to see because usually you see cosplayers, and you're like, yep, they dropped a couple $100 on that thing. But this kid, he's like, took me a while to make it, but... Yeah. He made it out of cardboard and shoelaces for crying out loud.
There was a remarkable number of people, like, in even the cosplay contest when they were announcing them, that made their own costumes. Like, a remarkable... And these weren't, like, costumes, like, if I made a costume, It
would be like a garbage bag with a
potato
sticker
sack.
on it.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, they were amazing. Like, you would pay a lot of money for these things. And so, I was amazed at their creativity and just wow.
That's really one of the things I like. And then I really also love. Well, go talk about the cosplay contest. Sorry, I was going to go off on a tangent.
That's okay. That's all. I mean, like it was just really fascinating to see. And they do this thing where they come out on stage, and they do like a mini performance.
Yeah, instead of just walking out and modeling their costume, they actually do something. I have a couple of the cosplayers on the video wrap up that we did of Animeland. And the Umbrella Corps came out, and they actually were like, looking and like acting like.
And it was all dark and spooky. Yeah. It was really cool.
It was actually really kind of awesome. I actually understood Amy's obsession at that point. I'm like, oh,
because they were there too.
Kind of cool.
Yeah,
they're everywhere.
Yeah, and Castle Wall Productions. We're also sort of. Those are like the people we tend to be in all the things with.
They didn't disappoint as usual.
I
love sword fights. One day I'm gonna be a sword fighter.
Yeah, you should. Well,
we also learned there's a parkour like gym in Denver.
Oh yeah,
I had no idea.
There was a guy that goes there, and I guess that's where Castle Wall trains or something.
I don't know.
They said something like
that. But dude was doing flips off the stage. I'm like, I want to be that when I grow up. Is it too late to do flips off the stage?
You mean
am I too old?
No.
Because I want to do that.
Because
I could do flips on trampolines.
Because I've seen you climb, like, rocks, and I think you
but climbing rocks and flipping over things are two completely different things.
I know, but I still think you can.
Yeah,
I believe
it doesn't
in you.
matter. But there's
but the next thing... Oh, sorry.
No. It doesn't
the next thing I was going to say that we are so excited about is Denver Comic Con.
Yes, speaking of cons, they have added some amazing guests.
Yeah, so you need to put it on your calendar right now. Write it down. June 13th through 15th. Mm-hmm. Obviously in Denver. That's why it's called Denver Comic Con. And it's going to be so much fun. We are so excited. We loved, Denver Comic Con is one of my favorite events I've ever been to, ever.
It's super, super fun.
Oh my word, it's so fun. It's such a great atmosphere. Like, the atmosphere is just perfect. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just perfect. And so they've added Adam West, which is the original Batman, like Bam Pow. And
also with Robin Ward. So you have Batman and Robin.
Holy Toledo, Batman?
Yeah.
Okay, and if you
haven't they're going to bring some shark repellent. Right? I could buy some.
You should.
I really would like to buy some shark repellent for when I'm in my helicopter and a shark bites my leg.
When you're climbing up the ladder. Yeah, it's bad.
If you've never seen the original Batman, like Batman the movie, you need to. It's worth your time.
Okay, my favorite line in that movie, Batman is taking a bomb out of this bar. Have you seen this? Yes. He's taking a bomb out of a bar.
He's running around.
And he's trying to get rid of it, and he almost dies multiple times, right? Trying to get rid of this bomb. And he finally throws it in the ocean, and Robin's like, "You risk your life for that riffraff?" And he goes, "They may be drinkers, Robin, but they're human beings."
He says it just like that too.
I was like, yes.
Exactly.
So good. So if you haven't seen that, you should watch it. You should just watch it with a bunch of grown-ups and drinks. You'll have a great time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, the one I'm probably most excited about, Carl Urban.
Yes.
It's still my beating
absolutely.
heart. I love him. Every character he plays, I'm like, oh my word. Éomer in Lord of the Rings. Bones in Star Trek.
He's my favorite as Bones. I love him as Bones.
He is so great. And then his
really-
new movie, Almost Human, is that what it's called? No, it's not
It's a
called.
TV show.
What's it called?
Yeah, it's Almost Human.
Is it Almost Human?
Yeah,
where he has to
it's
wear
a
the
TV
cop and
show.
he gets partnered with the android guy, and they're great. It's a great show. I like it. So, yeah,
There's also going to be Power Rangers. I'm
Yeah.
kind of excited because I watched the original Power Rangers. Of course, I made fun of my brothers and did admit to watching that when they watched it. But dude, I'm kind of excited about the Power Rangers. The Red Ranger won't be there. I always had a crush on him, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's going to be okay. The Green Ranger is going to be there, and that'll make up with it. Because if it wasn't going to be the Red Ranger, I had a crush on the Green Ranger.
Okay, he was the second.
He was the second. Now he's like a UFC fighter or whatever the heck he is.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know. Like, dude's badass. So
Oh, my word, excuse me. It's just water, I promise. Okay, the original Chekhov from Star Trek, Walter Kroeg, however you say his name, is going to be there. And then Peter Davidson, Doctor Who.
he's the guy with the celery in the pocket.
Yeah, Sixth Doctor is
think
what I'm
it's the
thinking.
sixth.
Yeah, he was the one with the celery. He's the one
Isn't he
that's
also the dad of David Tennant's
yeah,
wife?
that's what I was going to say. I think
I really
he's David
love that.
Tennant's father-in-law.
I
actually.
really love that.
So maybe we should just go near him. So hey.
Hey, we know you've touched David Tennant. Can we touch you? No, that's weird and stalker and creepy.
Not at all. Not at all. Okay, and then Bruce Campbell, which I know nothing about. So Christine.
I'm gonna hope he brings his boomstick with him. He probably can't bring it on the plane. It's a gun if you haven't already.
I figured a boomstick was probably a gun.
Yes, I'm
But
very excited
they won't
about
let it into to Denver Comic Con, just so you know, unless it's made of foam or something and has an orange tip, because they wouldn't even let my freaking cricket bat in last year. I was like, because it was made of wood. I guess I could have damaged someone with it,
Yeah.
but.
Oh well, whatever. Anyway, Denver Comic Con's gonna be great.
And, okay, The Walking Dead, though.
Oh yes.
Merle and Carl from The Walking Dead, which they have real names, but let's just refer to them as Merle and Carl. Merle, I hate his guts a lot, but like the actor did a really good job portraying him.
that's what
because
you're
that was the
probably
point.
supposed to
I was
do.
supposed to hate him.
Yes.
And I really did hate him well. And
Good
Carl,
acting, dude.
Carl freaks me out. He's a
Hey.
little kid, but he scares the crap out of me. He's so disturbed, which I'm sure is accurate to what would happen if you were living through a zombie apocalypse as a 10-year-old or whatever, 12, whatever, however old he is. The Walking Dead is so good. It's the best show ever, and it's just getting really, really good right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know you don't.
I don't get it.
It's okay. You like My Little Pony. I like The Walking Dead.
That actually says a lot about the both of us. I'm just kidding. If you want to know our personalities, that's it.
I know. It totally.
That's
and
totally
You know,
it.
there was a table at Animeland where they were doing they had instead of caricatures of people, they were like, we can zombify people or ponify them, like make them into a My Little Pony or make them into a zombie. And
I
was
would
like,
have chosen Pony.
And I totally would have a zombie. So I was like, that's a perfect booth for us. We could just sit there and get a picture of us together.
Yes. If it's cute and shiny and sparkly, that's me. If it's dead, covered in blood, or has a gun, it's Amy.
Yeah. Or gas mask.
Or gas mask, yes.
But one thing about Animeland Wasabi, which we failed to mention, was the vendor room.
Oh my God, they had the cutest things. I'm going to show you this. Do you see this? It's a boba tea cell phone charm.
Not Boba Fett.
No,
Boba
boba tea.
Okay, but it's like cute land. Like the vendor room, and I liked it for, it's like candy. You first eat it and you're like, this is really good. But then you're like, okay,
I'm never tired of it.
I'm done with candy now. So it's very cute. Everything in the vendor room is cute. There's like all these Asian candies and things, and I asked the people that are selling them, which one's the best one? And they were like, I don't know. I've never tried them. I was like, okay, thank you. And then they're like, and I said, because everything's written in Asian. What is this?
Written in Asian? Like it's like
Japanese.
Japanese.
Well, I don't know. It's Japanese, or is it all Japanese?
There's some Korean stuff. There's Japanese stuff too. I could see.
It's written in another language that I don't even know the letters, characters. So I was like, I don't have any idea what this is. What is this? Is it candy? And the people behind them.
Oh my! Just enjoy that it's cute. You
It
can't
was
enjoy
cute.
the fact that it's.
I did
would just
enjoy
buy
it.
it because it's adorable. Like I love adorable things.
But you did try one of the candies,
And it was gross. It was sad.
She was like, oh yeah, let's buy some.
Well, it was red bean paste. I love the red bean paste buns. Oh my God, I can eat 15 of those things. And I will love every single, but this, ugh.
It was not, yeah.
Anyway.
It was weird. So that's our sum up. And if you can make it to Denver Comic Con,
You should.
you should, and start and dress up, dang it. At least just, yeah, go to
Put a
Goodwill.
geeky
find an
t-shirt
awesome-
on at
Yeah,
least.
because it's really fun to dress
Yeah.
up. It's your excuse to be fun. So yeah, anyway, and we'll see you next week.